Imagine an inventor who tried to build some super precise device, and he's building and tweaking and endlessly finding some little issues that he just wants to fix this. When I'm saying this, I'm just starting to think about myself with my app. It's just that little thing. You see, I got myself. That's the whole point of this video lives. We have that kind of inventor in us, at least some of us. We have something great. We imagine something great. We start doing something great. And yet, because we all the time, constantly want to get to that perfection, we're actually getting nowhere. Where there are people who have idea and start acting on it, give it to the people, launching it, and learning as it goes, learning, taking feedback from people, because at this point, that's what actually matters, to get this feedback from people. If you have something to share with others, with society, this way you actually might win. However, like I say, plenty of us have that kind of thinking, oh, I have to just tweak this, tweak that. We want our, whatever it is, app, device, anything, to be perfect. It has to be perfect before I launch it. The idea must be detailed, the plan has to be perfect before I launch it. Are you realizing that waiting for that perfection, trying to get to that perfection without launching your business, your idea, working on it, it's actually a fear? It's hidden fear of failure, of judgment, of not being enough, not having enough resources, not having enough knowledge, not knowing everything. That's what it is. Meanwhile, whoever is taking action, he actually getting to the mastery and getting win. He actually getting closer, or this person getting closer to mastery, to that perfection. So how many or what kind of opportunities did you miss already because you were waiting or trying to get them ready to be perfect? The greatest inventors in the world, whoever you will look at, they didn't wait for perfection. Take Steve Jobs. His first iPhone, when he was presenting it, didn't actually work. It's the anecdote that is said that the first iPhone was just a bunch of screens that he could just present, but it didn't work at all. I don't remember the details of it, but you can check that easily. Any of great inventors, they just work on the idea. They launch it, fail it, refine it, try it again, relaunch it. Why all the apps? Why all the softwares getting constant updates? Because they launch it, they learn, they gather feedback, and then improve it and update. The iteration is important, not perfection. Secondly, if you will get something that, if you finally get to this point that you think this is perfect, believe me, as soon as you launch this, someone will say, oh, this is missing this, that. Someone will find imperfections in your perfect plan. This kind of iterations, failing, refining, going back, this actually builds, fuels innovation. This is how it works. So the thing here is to understand, to fail faster, to actually aim for failures and don't look at them as failures. Practically, how can you do it? There's many ways. Let's talk about three. A 70% rule, the first one. If it's good enough, let's say the app, because I'm an app developer, if it's good enough, launch it. Launch it straight away. And then gather feedback from people who will test it, who will try it out. Don't overthink everything, but just gather this feedback. Iterate, learn from it, iterate, learn from it, iterate, and just constantly learn and update and upgrade. That's how it works. So what next can you do? The next way is to have that kind of time box. Whatever it's your thing that you want to do, set a deadline. And this is what I want to still learn, to have deadlines that I will hold to it with my projects. Because plenty of times I've realized that, unfortunately, I have a deadline, but it's like, okay, if I do it on that time, great. If not, I'll just move it. So this is what I want to learn myself, to have that kind of deadline, and whatever I have on this time, just launch it. If it's 70% good, it's good enough. Just launch it, learn it, iterate. And as funny as that might sound, celebrate your imperfections. Look at all these failures, mistakes, not as an end of the world, but more like a data. It's not a disaster, it's a data from which you can learn, from which you can know what you need to improve. Lastly, the exercise for you is to, for next week, pick something that you are delaying till now. Set a timer and just act on it. And then ask yourself a question after this timer, maybe 5 minutes, maybe 10. Ask yourself a question, was it that hard? Can I do it better? Perfection delays success. Most of the times it actually cancels it, delete success. Where you start acting, you actually building it. So stop waiting, stop wasting your time, and start building your success. Because you can do it. You're enough. And I believe in you. Now it's time for you to believe in yourself, to believe in your whatever you want to launch, product, app, business. Just start doing it. And from this place, as always, I wish you many blessings.